So last year here on the channel, I built this custom kayak trailer. I designed this thing to haul my Hobie Pro Angler 14 fully rigged, and it has worked great. I absolutely love this trailer. Recently, I got a brand new Hobie Pro Angler 14, and I decided to keep the old one for my wife so I could take her out with me when I go fishing, or if I had a friend that wanted to go that didn't have a kayak, I'd have an extra one here at the house. The only downfall is this trailer will not haul both kayaks. And I also want to keep this one so when I go by myself, I'm not hauling a big trailer with me just to haul one kayak. So today I'm going to build a brand new trailer, and it's going to be able to haul two fully rigged Hobie Pro Angler 14s. Y'all stick around. All right, y'all, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name's TJ. Welcome to Kayak USA. So like I just said, last year we built this custom kayak trailer, and I absolutely love this thing. It has worked great. We built it almost from scratch. I found an old boat trailer that we extended the tongue and we hacked it up really good. If you haven't seen this build video, I think there's actually 3 videos in the series where I built this. I'll put a link to the playlist on the video here, and I'll link it in the description of this video as well. But this thing actually works great. We did everything from the lights to the wheels and the tires we got from wreckstuff.com last year, and everything works fantastic on here. I even did EMT bunks with carpet, and I love this trailer. I want to be able to haul 2 of these things though, and these boats are very big. If you're familiar with the Hobie Pro Angler 14s, you know that once you fully rig one out like this, it's basically a tiny bass boat. These things are heavy and they have to be hauled on a trailer, and I have no way to do both of these. I have a Toyota Tacoma with a 5-foot bed, and I can't even haul one in the back of the truck, you know, because these things are just so long. So I want to build a trailer that can haul both of these to the river, fully rigged out with motors and graphs and everything that I can keep on these boats. So when I want to take a friend with me that doesn't kayak, I've got a lot of family members who like to go fishing, but they've never experienced it out of a kayak. I'd love to introduce them to the kayak world in a really cool rig where they can go out with me, and you know, they're not on a kind of a sucky kayak while I'm out here on a nice one. And I don't know. I feel like I've made my wife hate kayaking over the years because I didn't think she'd be into it, so I would go out in my really nice one, and I'd always have her one that was kind of cheaper, it wasn't as nice as the one I was in, so it kind of made her hate it because the seat was worse than mine, and you know, it's kind of my fault that she didn't like it. But now she's gonna have the Cadillac over there, the Hobie Pro Angler 14. They've got the best seat on the market. I love these kayaks. And she's gonna have just as much fun out on the water as I will. Plus, when I introduce more people to kayak fishing and I take them out on that boat, they're not gonna hate it like they would if they were in, you know, a really cheap, you know, Walmart kayak. And if that was their first experience, I would understand. It would kind of suck. So anyway, I wanna build a trailer, and I want it to haul both of these things fully rigged. I got my hands on an old trailer, an old double jet ski trailer, and I'm gonna show it to you guys today. This video might be a little bit different. This is gonna be part 1, I think, in a probably 2 or 3 video series where I build this trailer out and then we take it and test it out, obviously. And I also think that this trailer is gonna transform again this winter, because what I mean is I want to be able to use this trailer very soon to haul both of these kayaks. So I'm not gonna go full on out and build it the exact way that I really want to, with the storage rack above it and the lights and all that stuff. Right now, I think we're just gonna get it to the point where I strip this jet ski trailer down, we weld up some nice EMT bunks, we carpet everything, we repaint it, get the lights on it, and make it look good and function the way it should. And that way I can use it all summer. And then this winter, I think what I'm gonna do is we'll pull it back into the shop, strip it down a little bit, and I wanna add some Yakima top water, or I think it's called, is it top water boxes? The big rod boxes on the top, storage rack, LED lights for rigging up at night and stuff like that. So this might end up being a kind of a double series. We might do a quick series in the next couple of videos building this thing, and this winter we'll, you know, come back to it and do a really cool build on this same trailer. But anyway, I'm gonna grab the camera, I'm gonna show you the trailer that I got. It's on the other side of the shop. give you a full walk around. I've got a few pictures real quick I'm gonna show you because I did kind of jump the gun and not film some of the stuff that I've already done. So the pictures I'll put on the screen right now are pictures of when I first found this thing. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that I made a video about these trailers and how you can look for them on Facebook. I'll link that video right here, but you get on Facebook Marketplace and you just look for old jet ski trailers or boat trailers, and odds are you'll find one. So this is how this one was when I found it. It's pretty rough. It does have some rough spots and some rust that we're gonna have to address. But as you can see here, I went ahead and I came straight home and kind of got excited and started ripping all the bunks and stuff off, the stuff that we're not gonna need. And I got it tore down to basically where we're gonna begin building it back up. And that's kind of where I'm at today. So let me grab the camera real quick and we'll give you a full walk around and I'll show you exactly the plan that I come up with it and why I'm gonna go this route for these kayaks. So let me show you the kayak trailer. All right guys, I had to open the bay doors to get some light on this side of my shop because it's super dark. So you're probably gonna hear some traffic and I apologize for that. So this is the trailer that I found. This is a confab trailer. I think it's a 2015 model and it was kind of rough. It does have some rust, like I said, we're gonna have to address on it. But this is what I was looking for. When I first had the thought to build a double kayak trailer, I wanted a super wide one, and I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, I don't think you can get any wider than this. I have regular doors on my garage here, and the trailer barely fits. I mean, in between my garage doors right here, on each side of the wheels, I probably have like 1.5 to 2 inches to squeeze this thing in and out, but it fits, and it's gonna work great. The reason I wanted a wide trailer like that is because I didn't want my kayaks to sit above the fenders. Like a lot of guys, they'll build one out of a regular trailer, kind of like this trailer here. This is my regular size, kayak trailer. And they'll convert this and they'll have 2 kayaks, but they'll have them sitting over top of the wheels and the fenders, and which is fine. They work just fine. A lot of people do it, but I didn't want to go that route. I wanted my kayaks to sit inside of the fender wells, and they should do that just fine here. This trailer also, from the factory, if you've seen in the before shot I showed you on the screen, it had this carpeted board down the center that I got rid of. This is a brand new 2x8x10 that I'm gonna put back there. We're gonna carpet it to match the bunks. And I really like that because once I get this built out with these bunks, and I'm gonna go over those in just a minute, but once I get this thing built out, we're gonna be able to walk down the center of this when I'm loading and unloading these kayaks, and it's gonna be that much better. I'll actually be able to get in between the kayaks. When I back this thing down into the water, if I need to, walk down and pull the kayaks up onto the runners, if I'm at a kind of a not really steep boat ramp and I've got to kind of walk down there to pull the kayaks up, I'll have somewhere to actually walk down the trailer to get there. All right, so here's how I'm gonna do the bunks. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, and I don't wanna talk your guys' ears off, but I do wanna explain why I'm going this route. What I did was I've got this 14 gauge steel that I picked up. I think it's a 2-inch square tubing or 1.5-inch square tubing, and it fits the same size as the width of the trailer here. So I'm gonna be able to weld those up. I notched the top of them, and you can see I'm not very good at that, but I was able to notch it, and the reason I did that is because when I weld this up, I can fit it on top of this and weld it all the way across, and it'll have a good tight seal up against these 10-foot, 2-inch EMT runners that I put on here. I went ahead and took them to my buddy's muffler shop, and if you're doing this, just take it to a muffler shop and tell them you want to bend in it. I think I wanted a 25-degree bend, but the first one I bent, I accidentally went a little too far, and I put I think it's like a 32-degree bend in it, which is fine. And then I just did the rest of them to match the first one I did. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld up these square tubings that I did, and I made these 8 inches tall. The reason I went so tall with this is, one, it gets my kayak up high on the trailer so I can see it behind my truck. I really like that I did it with this one. As you can see how tall, well, it's hard to tell on camera, but this really tall up. It's actually 2 feet from the ground, from the bottom of my bunk there to the ground. I have 2 feet of clearance on that trailer, and I really liked it because I could see my kayak in my rear view mirror when I'm pulling it down the highway. Most of these trailers these guys are building now, they're really low to the ground and you can't see what you're hauling on the trailer behind your truck. I wanted these up high. And the other reason that I'm gonna build this so high off the trailer is because I want to utilize this little drop down area that was built into this jet ski trailer. So, you know, the jets could, on the bottom of the jet skis could fit right there. I like how that drops down, and with these this high and that little bit of a drop down, I'll be able to load and unload these kayaks with the Mirage Drive systems in them, which means I should be able to back this trailer into the water, and my wife or whoever is on the, you know, the other kayak, they should be able to keep the Mirage Drive in, pedal with their feet straight up to these bunks, and then, you know, just keep them straight and load it just like you would a bass boat, essentially. You don't have to, if you're familiar with these pro anglers or these Hobies, you know, if you come up on land or a trailer, you got to quickly reach down and pull the drive system out of the floor so it doesn't hit the ground or the trailer that you're loaded on. Well, with these this high in that little drop area, you'll be able to keep your Mirage Drive in and just load this thing straight up and down. No worrying about hitting the Mirage Drive. Heck, if I wanted to haul the kayaks with the Mirage Drive and the 360 Drive in them, I will be able to do that. I'll be able to unload them with them in. I don't have to worry about, you know, laying them on the top of the kayak or sticking them in the back. I'll just snap them down into the floor and drop the kayaks off the back of the trailer, and I don't have to worry about them hitting anything. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna ask about these runners. When I build these, I build them 11 inches on center. So from the center of this bunk to the center of this bunk is 11 inches. That seems to be exactly what you need for these Hobies. I'm not sure about all these other kayaks, but I do know that that's how I built that one over there. And the last trailer I built it 11 inches on center, and it worked out great. So that's what these are gonna be. I know a lot of people are welding up tabs with a bunch of holes, and you can adjust these. I'm not going that route. I don't want this trailer to be adjustable, and it might bite me in the butt in the future if I want to change it out for a different kayak. But I'm gonna be honest, guys, I highly doubt I'll ever switch from the Hobie Pro Angler, and I really want this to be a custom build specifically for my kayaks. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna weld these in, and in the future, if something does change, I could always just cut these off and, you know, make them more adjustable later. But for now, these are gonna be welded in at 11 inches on center on both sides, and it should work just fine. So hopefully that covered why I'm doing it and how I'm doing it. So now I just gotta do it. So the rest of this video, I think I'm just gonna set some GoPros up. It's already loud with all this traffic going up and down the highway. If we're in the middle of the day here on a Friday, there's gonna be a ton of traffic and it's gonna be loud. So I might as well throw on some cheesy music for you guys. Buckle down. I got a lot of grinding to do. I got to grind paint off of all these cross members so that I can weld up these. I got to measure them to make sure that they are perfectly parallel and straight. Get everything burned in today, and that'll be today's video. Today, by the end of this video, I just want to have both sets of these bunks welded into place exactly where they need to be, and hopefully by the end of this video, we'll accomplish that. Then the next video, we can move on to painting, wheels, lights, etc. All the fun stuff will probably be in the next video. This one's just gonna be some grunt work. So let me throw some cheesy music on for you guys, throw a little time lapse, and after it's over, I'll give you guys a walk around of how this thing turns out. Let's do it. All right, guys, here she is. I know it is painted and you didn't get to see that in that little montage that I just did, but I had a SD card corrupt on my camera, so you didn't get to see any of me doing the painting yesterday or carpeting the bunk, but I'm gonna grab the camera and give you a walk around, but she's done. What do you guys think? The black turned out really good. It's a good flat black. I've got the bunk in the middle carpeted and it's not bolted down yet, but this thing is gonna be nice and solid. We'll be able to walk up and down between the kayaks. And I think this is a good place to end the part 1 video. But before I end it, I'm gonna grab the camera, show you up close how it turned out, show you the paint that I used and how well these bunks look. I'm really proud of how factory this trailer is starting to take shape. And I think by the end of the next video, this thing is gonna look very professional because I got some really good ideas that I wanna kinda go over with you today so you know what to expect in the part 2 of this video. So let me show you the trailer up close real quick. All right, I do have the garage door open, so you're probably gonna hear some traffic, but we got better light with it open. So this is the color that I like to do whenever I do these kayak trailers or boat trailers, if I'm restoring an old trailer. I use the Rust-Oleum flat black oil-based paint, and I usually put them on with a paintbrush and then go back over them with a small roller. I use a different paint on this one though, because I had it here in the shop. I had this tractor implement paint, the exterior oil-based enamel. This is in the matte black. I actually had this whole quart left over from a video from this winter where we painted the fender of my little Nissan pickup truck. We tried to do that patina thing, and anyway, I had that whole quart, and that quart did this entire trailer. So, and it's 2 coats on this trailer. I first went over everything with a brush and got like all of my welds and all of my cracks. I got those really coated up really good with the black, and then I came back over it with a little 4-inch nap roller and just rolled over the entire trailer. And today is Monday, so it's actually taken 2 days to dry. And I still, before I even put the kayaks on here, I'm gonna give it a good week out in the sun to kind of bake this paint on the bunks. But the bunks turned out amazing. Look at that. If it wasn't raining out there, I would roll this thing outside so you guys could kind of see it a little bit better. But I love how I kind of widen these at the back. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, these bunks are gonna be 11 inches on center, but when I come off the back, it's kind of hard to tell, but I kind of widen them out. You see how they kick out? And my bottom opening right here from inside to inside is 12 inches. So I barely kicked it out just a little bit, just enough to give it a little bit of character so they're just not kind of ducking off the bottom. And this is gonna bolt right down. There's some places already built into this trailer right here, and then the middle bar, and then, well, there's the middle bar, and then way up here, there's another place. So this will be bolted down. And I've got some big ideas for this trailer. So the next video we will be doing wheels and tires. I'm probably going to take the hubs apart, repack the bearings, get everything sealed up nice. Make sure, you know, the trailer bearings are good to go, which I think they're fine. I just need to put some new grease in them. But we're gonna do wheels, tires. I ordered some really cool LED lights I found on Amazon. So it's gonna have the rear stop and turn signals, you know, normal. I ordered those, they're LED. But I've also got some really cool side lights that we're gonna incorporate. I want to incorporate a box on the front of this thing. I went to pick one up yesterday, but they're just so expensive. It's so hard for me to pull the trigger because I want one of those triangle-shaped trailer tongue boxes instead of the square one. But I may end up going with a square one just to save money because those triangle-shaped ones, man, they're like 180 bucks now at Harbor Freight. They used to be way cheaper. We actually bought one and put it on the camping trailer this past winter that I built here. And I built it with you guys here on the channel, and I put that box on here. I think when I bought it then, it was like 120 bucks, but now it's 180 bucks. So we'll figure something out. But anyway, I want to put a box on the front of this so that I can incorporate a battery switch with, you know, a battery with a switch in here, because I want to put some underlighting under this trailer, and I don't want it tied in with my truck. I want to be able to flip the switch so that we can operate the underlighting, and then eventually this winter, we're gonna come back to this trailer, and I want to add a rack system in between the kayaks. So we'll probably lose the capability of walking up and down this plank, but I want to add a second tier so that we can put some overhangs above each kayak, lights that shine down on the kayak, and then storage on top, like the Yakima top water box, or maybe I even save some money and build my own DIY PVC rod boxes like I've done in the past. But that is the plan for this. Let's see, did I go over everything? Let's see, we're gonna do the wheels, tires, LED lights, underglow lights, a box. I ordered a new tongue for this thing, just the receiver here. I ordered a new black one, that's why that's not painted. I got some new chains we're gonna be adding onto here. And I've also got an extension for this tongue. I've had it sitting here in the shop forever. It's a little 3-foot extension. I may use and I may not use. Before I put it on there and commit to extending this tongue, I want to pull the kayaks around on this a few times and see if I like it. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I'm adding, I usually carpet these bunks, but I went ahead and painted them, but I'm not gonna set the kayaks directly on top of the paint. I've got an idea. I found some stuff on Amazon that I'm gonna use. I kind of want it to be a surprise for you guys because I want to try it. I looked all over the internet and I couldn't find where people have done this. Maybe they have, I just haven't seen it, or I couldn't find any videos of people doing it. But I found some stuff that I'm gonna attach to the tops of these bunks, just the top. We're not gonna wrap the whole thing in carpet. We're not gonna wrap the whole bunk at all. That's why I painted it, because I wanted it to, you know, look nice on the sides when we put what we're gonna put down the tops of these. But I've got full strips that are coming that I ordered that we're gonna connect to the top of these bunks, so these runners, and it's gonna change the whole look of this kayak, I think. I think it's gonna be great for protecting the kayaks when they're going down the highway, and it's gonna look really good on this trailer. So I'm really excited for this part 2. I've got everything ordered, should be here soon, and I should be able to get this part 2 video started, you know, start filming in the next few days, I think. So if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss that part 2 video. It's coming up. Everything is ordered, everything is shipped out. I should have it within the next couple of days and I can get the ball rolling filming that part 2 video. So be on the lookout for it either next week or possibly the week after next. I'll have this video up on the channel. You know, I upload every Thursday at 2 o'clock Central Time. So if you're not subscribed, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell notification next to it so you get notified. If you're on Instagram and you are building your own kayak trailer and you're uploading pictures, make sure you guys are tagging me at Kayak USA on Instagram. I would love to see y'all's builds. If you've got questions, you can hit me up there, or you can hit me up in the comment section of these videos. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. If you've got any questions, I can help you answer. Anything that you see that I use in these DIY videos, don't forget I have a website. It is www.kit.co/Kayak USA. I'll link it in the video description so you don't have to remember it or write it down. Click that link, you can go there. All of my DIY videos, from trailers to kayak mods, all of that stuff, I group all of my products and links or stuff that I find on Amazon to do that build. All of those links are there. So if you're watching this video and you're like, hey, where did he get that? Did he mention in the video where he got that? If I don't mention it, odds are I've got a link to it already put together. You just go to my website, you can click it. Like next week when I do the lights, I'm gonna have links to all of these little lights and gadgets that I found on Amazon, so you don't have to go scouring through, you don't have to message me a whole bunch and ask me where this come from, where'd that come from. You can go straight to my kit.co website and get it right there. You can click the link. If I got it on Amazon, it'll take you straight to it on Amazon and you can throw it in your cart and get it there. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and I'll catch you guys next Thursday at 2 o'clock. Peace.